If a woman disrespects you, it's pretty much over. So like and share this episode. So yeah, if a woman disrespects you like the first time, like I'm talking like blatant disrespect. I'm not talking about like something you had to go figure out or track down or miscommunication. No, I'm not talking like that. I'm talking about if a woman does something that's just like bold and blatant and you ain't got to figure this shit out. I mean, the shit is like obvious. That relationship is on life support. It's pretty much downhill from there. And we can get into whose fault was it? Is it your fault? Her fault? What was the burden? Maybe it was something you were doing that she thought she could disrespect you. We can get into all the semantics and all that shit all you want. But regardless of who bear the responsibility of how this thing came about or why it kept lingering, why some people say that's when the straw breaks the camel's back or whatever. I still haven't seen a lot of these relationships lasted once, I'm talking cold disrespect occurred. I haven't really seen any couple rebound from it. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, I think it's hard for a lot of women to see the guy the same as she did before. It's really a tough situation. I give you an example, something that happened to me. What happened to us? Well, I actually witnessed this, I would say. Me and a buddy of mine, it was his girl and my girl. The four of us was together. And we went to a bar and grill, right? And we got bad service. Well, the customer service was bad, basically. The food was cold, and it was here in the drinks. It was here in one of the drinks. Maybe it was a woman here. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But it was here in the drink of my buddy's drink, and plus his wife food was cold, right? So we called the manager. Well, first we told the waitress about it, and she didn't like it. So that's when my buddy's wife was like, "Hey, let me speak to the manager." So the manager came over there, and got even worse. It didn't get any better. You know what I'm saying? I was like, man, I'm sorry you even asked for the manager. This fool is worse than the damn waitress. Right? So I was like, yo, man, let's just get out of here and go somewhere else. Because I'm the type of guy, I don't like to give my money to bad service. I mean, I'd rather go somewhere else. So the manager ended up basically going off, told us to get the fuck out, and just pay for the drinks, the alcohol, and just get the fuck out. And we didn't have to pay for the food. You know what I'm saying? And he took off one of the drinks with the hair in there. So basically, I ended up paying for my drink, and we got up out of there, basically. You know what I'm saying? So I just basically threw $10 on the table and we got up out of there. And that was it. Now, as we were walking out, my buddy's wife turned back around and went back inside the restaurant and was trying to talk to the manager about who knows what. But I'm like, bro, I said, let's go, bro. What the hell are we doing? You know what I'm saying? I mean, keep in mind, I picked them up. You know what I'm saying? This was like my treat. This is the whole going to this place is my idea. So I'm like, yo, what's she doing in there? Go get her, bro. You know, what the hell going on? You know what I'm saying? So, see, I didn't think that was cool. She was in there, basically in the restaurant, kissing the manager's ass, saying, oh, you didn't have to act like that. We can work it out. What is there to work out? Let's get the fuck out of here. You know, what we doing? You know what I'm saying? It's that. See, I don't like that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? If we want to work something out, okay, I would have talked to the manager myself. I didn't want to work shit out. I wanted to get the fuck out of there. You know what I'm saying? I don't like that when women go against the man, especially out in public. See, that can get very dangerous. You know what I'm saying? I'll give you another example. I remember it was this similar scenario. I was with it was 4 of us. We're in Mexico, and we went to a presentation, and the presentation is basically people want to enroll you into a timeshare, right? So what mostly happens is if you know someone that has a timeshare, they can give you a free week or a weekend or a couple of days or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's usually a week. They'll give you a free week, and you go down to wherever the destination may be. But in my case, it was Mexico, right? Or in our case, it was Mexico because my brother gave me the week, right? And so all you have to do is just go to the presentation. And after you go to the presentation, you can do whatever, right? You don't have to buy into anything. There's no pressure. You know, this shit been going on forever. This is nothing new. This shit been going on for like 100 years. So, you know, we go to the presentation, which mostly is 1 to 2 people you're talking to for the most part. Sometimes it could be more than 1. Sometimes it could be 10, 20 people who have seen it, right? But in this case, it was like 2 people and 2 people we're talking to and 4 of us, right? So this guy's talking to us at first, telling us how all the packages they have and what they have to offer and everything or whatever, which was cool. I ain't had a problem with that. You know what I'm saying? That's just keep it copacetic, keep it business, keep it professional or whatever. So I'm sitting there in my mind, I'm like, I don't really care what you have to offer because I'm not buying it anyway, right? And that's okay. You know what I'm saying? So this guy starts to get frustrated because the first offer he made, I was like, yo, that's too high, bro. You know, that's too much for me. So the second guy came out and made a second offer, and that still was too high. So the first guy came back in and he really got frustrated and upset. And he said, I'm wasting my fucking time with y'all. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, hey man, this is how y'all do business? I said, shit, I didn't even know that I was obligated to do anything. I said, if that's the case, you should have talked to your people because your employee was the one that brought us in here. We didn't know we didn't came in here on our own. Someone brought us over here. They drove us over here in a van. And keep in mind, this is in Mexico. You know what I'm saying? I'm not driving nowhere. You know, I don't drive in foreign countries. So the other guy came back over, and he sits back down and says, "Hey man, I'm what? He used to be in the military, blah blah blah." I think he kind of picked up on that I used to be in the military. I think that's how. I don't know how he picked up on it, but he picked up on it, right? So that's when I was like, okay, all right. So I kind of chilled out or whatever. And but I said, hey man, we leave it anyway. You know what I'm saying? That shit ain't cool with me. I don't like that type of disrespect that your partner over there was doing. You know what I'm saying? So he's like, all right, cool, man, I understand. You know what I'm saying? So he said, all right, have a nice day, right? So when we're walking outside now, my man's girlfriend goes back inside the office. Now think about it. This dude just blatantly bold disrespected us. She's in there talking to this dude, talking about who knows what. I have no fucking clue. You know what I'm saying? We're outside 20 minutes. I'm not going back in there. If I go back in there, something might happen. I might end up slapping the shit out this dude, right? So I'm like, bro, go get her, bro. You know, that's your woman. Shit. You don't want me to go in there. This shit ain't gonna end well. You know what I'm saying?
Do you find yourself struggling to meet women through online dating apps? Are you tired of constantly swiping left with no success and not knowing what to say to get the attention of a woman? Look no further. Our expert tips and tricks will give you the confidence you need to succeed in the online dating world. It's time to start taking control of your dating life and master the art of online dating. Imagine meeting some of the most attractive women in the world. Our game-changing program will help you navigate the world of online dating with confidence and charm. From creating a standout profile to crafting the perfect message, we've got you covered every step of the way. Our program covers everything you need to know to make a lasting impression. Say goodbye to endless swiping and hello to meaningful connections with the women of your dreams. Join the countless men who have found success in meeting women through online dating by following our time-tested and proven strategies. Take the first step towards improving your dating life today. Master the art of online dating and take your game to the next level. With our proven strategies, you'll be a pro at online dating in no time. So don't wait. Go to onlinedatingfordummies.com and get started today. And take control of your dating life, and you'll be light years ahead of most men with our groundbreaking program. Get ready to swipe right with confidence and watch your success explode. So don't wait. Get started today by going to onlinedatingfordummies.com and take the first step towards finding your perfect match.
Because I don't deal with situations like that well. When someone is blatant, bold with it. You know what I'm saying? He looked like, I think he was from the Netherlands. Some white dude from the Netherlands. He lived in Mexico or whatever. So I think he'd been living down there for a long time. And he never got checked before. You know, I think he's one of them guys that do whatever, whenever, with whoever, and nobody says anything until this day, until he met me, and he hopefully he learned something from that day. So we outside waiting for 20 minutes, man. So I'm like, yo, that's kind of fucked up, bro. What kind of woman is that, bro? You got hanging on. You can't be around somebody that's like that. You can't look, when you're out in them streets, you can't afford to have anybody around you that's not willing to listen to your instructions. Now, it's one thing when you're home, you can have a discussion about whatever the hell y'all talking about. But when you're out in them streets, it's no time for no fucking discussion. If I say it's time to go, it's time to go. I run the show. You know, when we out in the streets, we can discuss what we want to discuss when we get in the car or when we on the way out. But if I say it's time to go and you're my woman, you ain't necessarily gotta be my woman. You don't gotta be my girlfriend or my wife, or you can be somebody that I took out on a date. When I say it's time to go, it's time to go. You know what I'm saying? Because if the shit goes down, it's going to be my responsibility to get myself and you back home. Now, if you don't want to listen as a woman, well, hey, you just get left. You know what I'm saying? You can't have it both ways. You can't say, oh, you can't tell me what to do. I picked you up. I meant you here. I mean, if I can't take you out in public with me, if you don't want to listen out in public with me, I can't have you around me. You know what I'm saying? So when you first meet a woman in the beginning, you got to pay attention to the signs like this. Is she the type of person you can take out in public? Have her around people, your friends, your family. And what happens if shit goes bad? Because, you know, there's all kinds of shit that happens in public now. There's public shootings, there's people get violent, people get in fights. You know, I mean, you might be at a nightclub and the shit goes down. You know, you might be at a concert and the shit goes down. There's things happen out in public sometimes. It doesn't happen all the time, but it happens every once in a while. But when it happens, you can't really afford to be around somebody that's not willing to listen to your instructions. You can't really afford to do that shit. Because things happen fast at a split second when you least expect. And if you're around a woman that's not willing to listen, you gotta get away from that person. You gotta let that go. And sometimes I know a lot of people, maybe y'all been together for a long time, and a lot of people go lame. A lot of people fall off. A lot of people let themselves go. And a lot of people, they become somebody else. Sometimes they might become somebody that you would be like, I don't even know who this person is no more. They're like a fucking stranger now. And if that happens, you got to let them go. And it's not easy. I've had to let a few people go over the years. And see, now the problem, here's where things get violent. And here's why there's domestic abuse. You know the reason why domestic abuse can be avoided. But you know why it doesn't? You know why it keeps happening? Because people don't want to leave. They don't want to break up. They want to stay together because everything is so convenient. You know, they don't have to pay all the bills. And, you know, but at some point, ain't no man that feels good about himself is going to be okay with being disrespected. At some point, that guy is going to pop off and he's going to jump on that woman. And that's how domestic abuse happens in most cases. It ain't like a first time type of deal. It's usually a buildup over time. You know, if you give a woman an inch, she'll take a mile. She'll say something one time and you let it go. Right? And she'll say something a second time and a third time and you looking at her side eye. You're like, hey, you're going too far now. And then she'll say it, she'll do something again, probably another week or two. And then you pop off. You know what I'm saying? That's a buildup. And that's because you let the first thing slide, she said or did. You know what I'm saying? You know, this. So it's the little things that turn into big things. And the first time she do something disrespectful or do something that offends you, you should check her. And if she continues to do whatever it is, or if she completely acts like she don't care, but the best thing to do is just to get away from that person. Because if you know who you are, comfortable in your own skin, you feel good about yourself, you like what you see when you look in the mirror, you ain't gonna put up with that nonsense. There's no man on this planet gonna put up with that nonsense that feel good about himself. At some point, he's gonna pop off. That's just what it is. You know, I'm not advocating violence, but I just know how the real world works. You know what I'm saying? I just know how things happen and how it really. See, I'm big on respect. You know what I'm saying? So the after she disrespects you, that relationship is downhill. And that ain't your woman no more. I don't know who woman that is, but it ain't yours. Maybe it's the pastor or the boss at her job or somebody else. That ain't your woman no more. I wouldn't even claim her. What I would do is plan to move away, a plan to get away from her. You know, that's what I would do if I were you. I would not tolerate no disrespect. You know what I'm saying? That ain't your woman. You know what I'm saying? Because see, and don't let these women play with you. See, when she go to that job, she don't disrespect her boss. She kiss that ass 5 days a week at that job, or how many days she works. She kissed that ass at that job. You know what I'm saying? Because see, her boss at that job talks shit to her all the time. They treat her like shit. But do she pop off at that job? Hell no. You know why? Because they'll have her ass up out the door. She be gone. She be fired, right? But see, when she come home to you, she got all this attitude, huffing and puffing, like she won't do something. You know what I'm saying? She's mad disrespectful to you, and you don't even deserve none of that shit. In most cases, you ain't really done nothing to her. You know what I'm saying? You probably doing the best you can with what you got, and you probably don't have much to work with. But you don't deserve to be disrespected like that in most cases. What a lot of times is when a lot of these women go to the job is the boyfriend. When they go to the job, that's the boyfriend, and the boss is you know, that's everything to them. And see, when they go to that job, they got to kiss that ass, and they all stressed out under so much pressure. And by the time she get home, she got to let off some steam, and she letting off the steam on you. And you should not tolerate that bullshit. But because see, and another thing about these jobs, if your woman has to go out, work another job and has to abide by and listen to another man, that's a problem within itself. You know what I'm saying? Now I know some women have to work just like some guys have to work. I understand that. But what I'm talking about is if the person at the job has more influence over her and you, that's a problem. You know what I'm saying? And in most cases, that's how it is. In most cases, the guy at the job do have more influence than you at home. In most cases, you know what I'm saying? Now, there's some women that will work the job and they ain't really tripping like that. They just want to get the paycheck and keep it pushing. You know what I'm saying? But then there's some women that they take their job serious. They want to move up the corporate ladder and all that bullshit or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So it becomes more about being promoted and even the money. You know what I'm saying? It becomes more of a social club for them. It's more of like, hey, we just it's a community here or whatever. I'm like, what? Fuck that. What about the money? Shit. Hell with the community. The hell with hanging out with these people. You don't know these damn people. Y'all just work together. You know what I'm saying? So some people take the shit too far. Some women take the shit too far. And women are the best employees. You know, they'll work the hell out of these jobs and get treated like shit in the process. So if your woman is being influenced more at the job than at the house, that's problematic. And that relationship is on life support. And I haven't seen a lot of these relationships last long term. If people now you have a lot of people that are together, but them relationships is raggedy. It's horrible. You got basically two people that are together just for convenience. They don't do anything together. They barely talk to each other. You know what I'm saying? And if they didn't have kids, or if they wasn't so old and ugly, they wouldn't even be together in most cases. You know what I'm saying? Because see, a lot of these people that they've been married for so long, they kind of out of touch and with reality and kind of delusional. Some of these married people think they look good, but they really don't. And that's why a lot of them a lot of these women especially will leave the man or start trying to date other guys on the side, and the shit don't work out. You know what I'm saying? But by this time, you know, the guy is pretty much on his way out, or he just ain't really fucking with her like that. But a lot of these women get a wake up call, you know, like shit, they'll be like, I ain't really got it like that. You know, because a lot of these women are old and ugly, and ain't nobody trying to fuck with them old bras like that anyway. You know what I'm saying? Now, a lot of these older guys might, but people in her age bracket or younger, probably not. You know, well, you know, there's a lot of simps out here. You know, but you know, the woman ain't gonna be like she would expect it to be, especially if she's been married 20, 30 years, some shit like that. It's a completely different ball game out in these streets. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I got for today. So if your woman disrespects you, the relationship is pretty much over. That relationship is on life support, and I would highly recommend you plan to get away from her before something awful happens. So like and share this episode. Tell me what you think below. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.